The Gemara Masechet Shabbat tells us about the Aleph Bet. The Aleph Bet was created before the Torah. Without letters, how do you have a Torah really? Before Hashem wrote the Torah, He created the letters. Bereshit bara Elokim et. Et is Aleph Taf. All the letters from Aleph to Taf. First, all the letters. Unbelievable. The letters, infinite Chokhmah. The Gemara goes through every letter from Aleph to Taf and explains what the letters mean. Aleph Bet, Aleph Bina. Gimel Dalit, Gimel Dalim. Hey Vav, the name of Hashem. And it goes through every single letter. And then the Gemara does something very interesting. The Gemara, after explaining every letter individually, goes on to explain the letters when they're paired with another letter. And now there's two letters together that are making up a word. And the words are made from taking the first letter and the last letter in the Aleph Bet and forming a word. And they have the letter Aleph and Taf, At. And you have a Bet and a Shin, Bash. Gimel Resh, Gard, Dak, Hatz, Vaf, Za, Hastan, Yam, Kal. And you have the whole At Bash. 11 words, 2 letters each. And that is the second configuration of the letters. And the Gemara explains what's At, Bash, Gar, Dak. In the end, it's Yam Kol. What is Yam Kol? Yam, the Gemara says, is the ocean. The Sar of Gehinam is telling Borei Olam, please send Bnei Yisrael, every single one of them, Yam, into the Yam, and I want Kol, all of the Jewish people. That's a scary thing. The Sar of Gehinam is telling Borei Olam, I want every single Jew in the Yam of Gehinam. Wow. Yam, Kol. That's scary. What does Hashem say back to the Sar of Gehinam? So we have to come to the third configuration of letters, where it's not one letter at a time or 2 letters, it's 3 letters. Where we take the first letter of the Aleph, Bet, Aleph, 7 letters later, Het, 7 letters later, Samich, and you have a word, 3 letters, called Achas. And then you have a Bet, 7 letters later, Tet, 7 letters later, Ayim, Bata. And then you start with the Gimel, 7 letters later, you have a Yud, 7 letters later, Pe, Gif. Achas, Bata, Gif. And that's Hashem's response to the Sar of Gehinam, why the Jews are not going into Gehinam. What does that mean? Achas, Bata, Gif. Well, Achas is Achas. I will have Chas, pity on the Jewish people. Because Bata, they kicked. To give a Ba'ita, Bata, they kicked. Achas, I will forgive them. And they're not going into the Yam of Gehinam. Why? Because Bata, they kicked at what? Gif. One of the words, Gif. Okay, whatever Gif is, kick at it, and it's a good thing. Rashi says, you know what Gif is? Immorality. Hashem says to the Sar of Gehinam, Kavyachol, He says to the Sar of Gehinam, I will have Rahmanut on Bnei Yisrael because they kicked at immorality. When a Jew does a move of Kedusha and he kicks even a little bit, whatever he could, some small step that they or she or he can make, you know how far that goes to your credit. Look what happened to the Ravid. The Ravid, the Rosh Av Bedin. The Ravid is Rabbi Elazar ben Durdiyah. Look what happened to him. He got pardoned. Straight mezuman lechaye ha'olam haba. And perhaps because he kicked at the gif. But his whole life he really didn't kick at the gif. You're right. But look what he did in the end. Look how strong he became. Look how unbelievable he is for what he did. He made a change. He made a move. Credit to him. He's mezuman lechaye ha'olam haba.